Every 39 minutes of every single day, someone is killed by a drunk driver. The number of times per day these inebriated drivers are getting behind the wheel is shocking. How many times? 300,000 times per day, a drunk driver gets behind the wheel. 22-year-old Sophia was recently arrested and charged with DUI with a blood alcohol concentration of 0.15 or higher. Her arrest made international headlines and has gone viral online due to the body cam footage captured during her arrest. Here is just a clip of that footage.
Oh. You all right?
Yes, I just want to counter you.
Well, what's your first name?
Sophia.
Sophia. My name is Nick.
Nick, I speak. I am under the influence, but I did not drive. Swear to God. I was not.
Sophia, you were driving. You
I
had
was
the car.
not.
Do you remember that you had the car and drive, and then I had to put it in park? We physically saw you driving.
You were asking, babe. You were asking me, babe. You were asking me to take a test without a test.
I'm asking if you're willing to participate in an exercise.
You want me to participate?
Do I put what?
You want me to participate in tests?
Do it. If you're willing to, yes.
Hey, Anna, do you want me to do what you want me to do, or do you want me to do what I want to do?
Hey, you can do whatever
I'll
you
bust
want.
out. I'll bust out. But I'll do what you want to do, too. Dave, we're going to make out. We're going to turn off the lights here. Hey, Dave. We're going to make out here. We're going to make out here.
No, okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy.
All right.
You in that suit, I will do anything for you. Nerd!
It's for anybody.
I am a nerd! I am a nerd!
But
I am a nerd! Show it to the body cam. I am a nerd!
anything we do is...
I am a nerd, bro.
Hold on. Anything we do is recorded and anybody can see that. Mom, dad, grandma, family.
You think I give a f? I am drunk. I will piss on the street, bro.
I would appreciate if you did not do that.
You and me both, bro.
Yeah.
You and me bros.
I know this is not good news, Sophia, but you are going to jail tonight for DUI, okay?
Well, Sophia, when you look back at this body cam footage, what do you say to yourself about the person you're watching?
I have empathy for her. I feel bad for her, but I think she does have a pretty good sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. I was watching you watch it, and you were having trouble not laughing. And I couldn't tell if you thought it was funny or if it was anxiety that you were having that reaction. Which was it?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah. What was funny about it? What struck you as funny about it?
How inebriated I was and the things that were coming out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. How about the situation itself? Because you were saying you hadn't been driving, but you actually, the report says you had been driving. You probably can't comment on that specifically, right? Because you have a case pending.
Correct.
So I want to be careful not to ask you to incriminate yourself. Okay, guess I'm looking out for you here and ask you, because I don't want you to say something that incriminates yourself legally, because have you pled not guilty?
I can't talk about the specifics of any of it, unfortunately.
Well, but you can say what you've pled. You can't say whether you were driving or not, but have you entered a plea?
Yes, there is a deal in the process, but I can't say any more than that.
Okay, that's fine. And I don't want you to. Listen, I'm not trying to get you to say anything, but I want to take a look at what was said in the probable cause affidavit, because we have that here. And if we look at the affidavit, it just says that you were stopping at green lights, you travel for a short distance, and then you just stopped. Then they pulled up to a vehicle to check on you, and you were sleeping. Then after sitting there for a short while, you turned south and you crossed over a certain avenue, and you were driving in the wrong lane when you started traveling again. And then you just stopped and sat there until law enforcement arrived. Do you remember any of that?
Yes.
Okay. And then the probable cause affidavit says that you consented to provide a breath sample and that you blew 0.33 and 0.318, which that's like 4 times the legal limit.
Yes.
And I want to take a look at the blood alcohol content chart just so you have an idea of what that means, because when you look at blood alcohol content and what it does to your brain and to your body, it has a profound impact on your cognitive ability, your coordination, your ability to think and function. And then it gets to the point of whether you can actually breathe or not. And you were completely off the chart, which I'll show you here, because you were 0.330. And you see here at 0.10, you actually have slurred speech, you have poor coordination and balance, motor skills are impaired, but you're off the chart at 0.25. All mental, physical, and sensory functions are severely impaired. You're emotionally and physically numb, and there's a high risk of asphyxiation from choking on your own vomit, and you were past that at 0.33. There's a good chance that your respiration will shut down and you'll stop breathing and die. I mean, there's risk of actual death. How often do you do that?
Not often at all. That was a one-time deal.
Really? Because statistics say that the typical person drives 80 times drunk before they're actually arrested for DUI. 80 times.
I wouldn't say that I've driven drunk ever. Buzzed maybe, but never drunk.
Yeah, never drunk. You said you're shocked that you're alive and that the car's not totaled. I am too. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're here to be able to talk to me. I really am.
Me too. I consider that a blessing in disguise because, like you said, I very well, had I made it home miraculously, I very well could have just died in my sleep.
Yeah, that's something I'd be really concerned about. We have to take a break, and I come back and I've got some questions because you want to use this, I think, to help others as well as yourself. And I want to talk about that. Sophia says she has learned her lesson and wants people to know she is taking her DUI arrest very seriously. So I'm going to give her a chance to tell us why she says that after the break. I used to sleep terribly, but I found Beam's Dream Powder, a science-backed, healthy nighttime blend packed with ingredients shown to improve sleep. Beam is founded in America and run by people who share our values of hard work. Their Dream Powder is made with a powerful blend of all-natural ingredients: reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, apigenin, and melatonin. Here's the deal. Beam is giving my listeners the ultimate Patriot discount of up to 40% off. Try their best sleeping dream powder and get up to 40% off for a limited time. Go to shopbeam.com/Dr. Phil and use code Dr. Phil at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/Dr. beam.com/Dr. Phil and use code Dr. Phil for up to 40% off. Sleep better, wake up stronger, and show up ready for your family, your work, and your country. Because when you're well rested, you're unstoppable. And this country needs more people like that.
Hey, Dave. We're gonna make out here.
Okay.
We're gonna make out here.
No, we are not. Here,
Turn off the lights.
stop right there.
Turn off the lights. We're gonna make out.
Wait, stay right there for me. Okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy.
All right.
You in that suit? I will do anything for you in this suit, brother.
Deal.
It's all my fault.
Okay. Can you put your feet together
I'll put my feet together.
and your hands on your side?
Whatever you say, Daddy.
Okay. Now
I'll
before
put my hand on my
start,
hip.
no, I was grabbing my flashlight.
Whatever you want, Daddy.
Okay. I want you to think for like 2 seconds.
I am wearing contacts.
Sophia.
You might have glasses, but I am wearing contacts.
Hey, Sophia.
Why are you such a nerd, bro?
Sophia has been charged with driving under the influence with a blood alcohol content at one time reportedly more than 4 times the state's legal limit. The police body cam footage of her behavior during the arrest went viral. Now Sophia says she wants people to know she is not taking this incident lightly. And you say you want to use this publicity to create awareness to stop people from driving under the influence. Have you commented on this online since then? You got a lot of criticism. You got a lot of people that were actually complimentary of you, but you also got a lot of negative comments, right?
Yeah, and rightfully so.
What were the people saying that were actually complimenting you?
She's hilarious. She's entertaining. She's so pretty, and making fun of the comments I was making to the police officer.
Yeah. What did people say that were criticizing you?
Reminding me how many lives I put in danger. Just saying things like their own personal stories, I lost somebody, or things like that. Just reminding me of the risk that I took.
Yeah. You've actually had a family member that was hit by a semi-trailer truck driver and seriously injured, correct?
That is correct.
And that truck driver was under the influence, is that right?
That's right.
Did that person contact you?
Yes,
And
she
what-
did send me a message.
What did she say?
She reached out to me, basically saying, I love you. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you, no matter what. And then she proceeded to say, DUI is unacceptable. You know what I went through. You know how many people die from DUIs. You know how important you are to me, and I can't, I could never bear the thought of losing you. Your mom could never bear the thought of losing you. Just, reinforcing that message.
Have you put up videos talking about this since it happened?
I have.
And were you joking about it?
I was using satire to reach my audience, not joking about the situation itself, but unfortunately, in order for people to listen to you, you have to have their attention first.
I've spent a lot of time in the litigation arena as a trial scientist, and I've worked in the court system. I've worked with the courts, and I've worked on both sides of plaintiff and defense, prosecution and defense. And everything you put on the internet is open to the courts. They can see it, they can pull it up, they can use it. And when you make a deal or try to make a deal, try to plead out or whatever, they can pull all of this up in a pre-sentencing study to see whether or not you're recalcitrant, whether you're sorry, whether you're sincere about it, and see whether or not they think you've learned your lesson or not. And when you put things on the internet that appear to be making light of the situation to get people's attention or otherwise, they can look at that and say, yeah, she thinks this is all funny.
Yeah, I understand that. Not everybody has the same sense of humor as well.
Yeah. Are you concerned that some of the things you've put up, they can look at and say, yeah, she doesn't get it. She hasn't taken this seriously. She thinks it's all a big joke and she's apt to do it again.
Yeah,
Why would you put those things up? Do you take it seriously?
I do take it seriously. But like I said, that was me using the publicity and starting to create sort of like an example out of myself.
Yeah. Do you have a manager? Do you have someone that's advising you in all this?
I do.
You do? You got a manager when this happened?
Yes, I had a lot of press reach out to me wanting interviews, and it was overwhelming, especially after, I was dealing with emotional, mental, after I found out the videos went viral, because I didn't even know they went viral until I had a friend tell me. So I needed somebody else to kind of deal with all of the attention I was getting.
Are you trying to monetize this and make money out of it?
No, that's not my goal.
What's the manager trying to do? Are they working for free?
No.
So they're making a percentage out of what you make off of this.
Right. But I haven't made any money yet.
But you're trying to make money.
So that I can afford him to manage and deal with all of the people that are trying to contact me. The more connections I feel I make, the more I can spread this message that I'm trying to get out. And like I said, make an example out of myself.
So you're just trying to get the word out. You're not trying to turn this into an opportunity for yourself.
No, absolutely not. I think that's sick.
Because the fact of the matter is, you get in a car when you're inebriated like you were there, where you don't know which end is up, you can't operate the motor vehicle, you're bouncing off of curbs, driving the wrong way, and you hit and kill somebody and take their life from them or leave them maimed and paralyzed or whatever for the rest of their life, and you have to deal with that, you're not going to think it's very damn funny at all. And you know that when you think about it.
Yeah, so actually I was in shock, and I was dealing with a lot of grief and guilt the weeks following the arrest, because I could barely look at myself in the mirror and understand the fact that I was even capable of taking another person's life, let alone my own.
Are you getting thrown out of your apartment?
Yes.
Why?
That's a separate, noise complaints.
And your comment was, hey, I'm going to go out to bars with my friends and come home, right?
Well, I mean, I'm 22 years old. I live downtown. So I don't necessarily think I'm supposed to live under a rock.
No, I'm not asking you to be a nun, but this could be a wake-up call for you that could save you years in the penitentiary, and you think that you felt bad about yourself when this happened. I can tell you, you really feel bad about yourself if you kill or hurt somebody. That's something you live with for the rest of your life, and it isn't funny one bit.
No, I understand that. I have to live with this alone for the rest of my life. Like I said, knowing that I put other people's lives at risk, let alone myself.
Well, I want you to stay with us for the rest of the show and listen to some others and what they have to say. We're going to add to this conversation a full-time bartender who in the last few weeks has turned to sobriety. Why? Well, she says a big reason is to keep from driving drunk, probably 40 to 50 times a year. Now, she admits it. Sophia does not. She says this was the only time she's ever done it. I don't believe that. I don't think she believes it when she says it. But we're going to add this individual to the conversation after the break. Stay with us. I've seen it all, from folks stuck in toxic relationships to people whose houses look like a tornado went through a craft store. But there's one problem I see plaguing America, and it ain't on the couch. It is the couch. Hideline offers customizable leather options so you can pick the color that fits your style. They've got specialized hybrid foam and pocketed coil cushion systems to help you sit comfortably for hours. For a limited time, you can get 10% off store-wide and free shipping with code Dr. Phil 10 at hideline.com. My next guest, Chase, is a mother and full-time bartender who admits a large part of her 3+ week attempt at sobriety is to keep her from continuing to drive under the influence. She's joining the conversation between myself and Sophia. Now, Chase, you've been listening to everything we've been talking about so far, correct?
Correct.
And you've been very honest with us about your drinking and driving history. 40 to 50 times a year. I'm guessing that's probably an underestimation, but that's pretty candid. How surprised are you that you're still alive or not behind bars for a DUI?
I'm very surprised and lucky because if I were to die or to kill someone else or be behind bars, then I wouldn't be able to sit here and tell my story to hopefully save at least one life.
Well, let me ask you something. And Sophia says she's only done this once, and boy, luck of the draw. I mean, they got her on the very first time she ever got drunk behind the wheel. How bad luck is that? But you say you've done this 40 to 50 times a year, so you've had a lot of practice at it. So let me ask you, what is it you say to yourself when you're getting ready to get behind the wheel of a 3,000 or 4,000 pound missile that you are ill-equipped to control and go drive on the streets where innocent people are going to and from work or to the store or whatever, maybe taking their kids to the emergency room for an asthma attack or whatever, who knows? They're just out there driving up and down the street. What do you say to yourself that gives you permission to put their lives in danger?
Oh, I feel terrible about it and regret it.
No, but at the time, you must say something to yourself at the time that gives you permission to do it. You say something that allows you to go forward. What is it?
I just want to get home. I want my car home. I want to be home. I, at that time, have drank enough that I don't care. Most of the time, it might be 2 or 3 beers after work. I may not be stumbling, but there have been times where I know I definitely should not be behind a vehicle. But I don't think of that. I just think I'm going to get home. I don't think of anyone's life but myself. And that is the selfish thing that I regret all the time.
30% of the people tell themselves that they're okay, they can handle it. Do you ever do that? You think, okay, I can do it? How about you, Sophia?
Absolutely.
Did you tell yourself you were okay?
Yes.
You were so drunk, you didn't know whether you were horseback or afoot. You didn't know what you were doing. And you thought you were okay?
Yes.
Really?
I know, it's stupid.
So all reason and rationale had gone at that point?
Yeah, well, when you're impaired, your judgment is also impaired. 100%.
Yeah. And Chase, you tell people you've only had a couple so you don't get lectured or they won't let you take a car.
Correct. Yep.
So you lie.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have. Oh, yeah.
Have you all heard of Uber? Taxi cabs?
Yeah. Yes.
So you're willing to say, Chase, you say, I want to get my car home. I don't want to be inconvenienced. So if you hit somebody and they wind up paralyzed from the neck down, and I'm using that as an example because I've talked to these people that's happened to, and they say, okay, I spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair that all I can do is blow into a straw to move things left or right because all I can move is my neck and my head. That's pretty damn inconvenient, but you got your car home. So in weighing these out, you don't really put yourself in the position of somebody spending 30, 40, or 50 years in a wheelchair, unable to move arms or legs, but you got your car home. Do you ever think that through? I'm trying to learn from you two about how selfish you are or how much you put your mind at ease about these things.
I've never actually sat there and thought it through until I made a decision to completely stop drinking. And lately, in the last few weeks, I do think about that now. And
how long have you been sober?
Going on 6 weeks now.
6 weeks. I thought you said you drank 3 glasses of champagne on New Year's Eve.
I did have a few. 6 weeks in total, I did have a few glasses of champagne New Year's, but outside of that, I've had no liquor, no ciders.
Well, so you have to reset the clock on New Year's Eve because you haven't been sober if you drank 3 glasses of champagne on New Year's Eve. I mean, you're either sober or you're not. Let's not kid ourselves.
I guess, yeah, if you want to be technical about it,
I do.
I'm not going to focus on the 2 glasses of champagne I had in in all the years I've been drinking and overall 6 weeks, but one day I had champagne, I would consider myself sober than what I did before.
Yeah. Compared to what you did before, that was a light drinking day is what you're saying.
When you drink all the time, absolutely.